Buckle up, gang, because we're diving into one of the spiciest debates in women's basketball history. When you talk about the greatest to ever step on the court, two names keep popping up: Sheryl Swoopes and Caitlin Clark. But after Fox dropped their top 10 college basketball players of all time list, things got real messy, real fast. And here's the kicker: Sheryl Swoopes was left off the list completely. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark? Sitting pretty at number 2. That's right, over names like Candace Parker, Cheryl Miller, and other absolute legends. And let's just say, the WNBA community was not having it. So, was this ranking fair, or did Fox just ignite one of the biggest basketball debates of all time? Let's break it down. We all know Sheryl Swoopes, a 6-foot combo guard who dominated the WNBA and had an incredible college career. National title? Check. Mop honors? Check. A game that influenced an entire generation? Double check. But despite all that, her name was nowhere to be found on this so-called greatest of all-time list. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, Iowa's Golden Girl, secured the all-time scoring record for both men's and women's college basketball. She led Iowa to back-to-back Final Fours and became one of the most electrifying players in recent history. But here's the thing: she never won a national championship. And for a lot of fans, that's a deal-breaker. One fan put it bluntly: Sheryl Swoopes not being in the top 10 is crazy. And as much as I love CC, she is not the second greatest player ever. I'd put her anywhere between 5 to 8. Another question: Clark's ranking altogether. Isn't it a bit premature to put CC in the all-time top 5, let alone number 2? And that's where the biggest argument against Clark's placement comes in: no championship ring. But hold on, because Caitlin Clark fans weren't staying quiet either. A supporter fired back with a hard-hitting point. No one else on that list could have taken her team to back-to-back championship games, let alone win one. She's a singular offensive force, all-time one scorer in 3 in assists. Caitlin Clark is first in points and third in assists all-time. No one else is even in the top 25 for both. She didn't have any 5-star recruits around her, just a few 4 stars and mainly 3 stars. And then came the mic drop moment. Sheryl Swoopes didn't have the competition that CC had. Oof. Shots fired. At the end of the day, both Caitlin Clark and Sheryl Swoopes changed the game. Clark brought women's basketball into the spotlight like never before, while Swoopes paved the way for the league's biggest stars. But is it fair to rank Clark over Swoopes before her WNBA career even begins? Or is it time to give the new generation their flowers? One thing's for sure: this debate isn't dying down anytime soon. What do you think, gang? Did Fox get this ranking right, or did they just fuel one of the biggest controversies in women's basketball? Let me know in the comments. And as always, love you, gang.